How's it going, guys? Big install today. Well, not really a big install, but a super important install for my FRS today. We've got the Perrin Oil Cooler. Most of you guys know that these cars tend to run high oil temperatures, especially at the track. And not only does that make us lose power, but it also could cause you to blow your motor. And that is definitely something we want to avoid. When I was out at Mid-Ohio, I think I saw temperatures around 260 degrees. So I definitely had to back off and cool the car down. With a Perrin Oil Cooler installed, we should see a drop of about 60 to 70 degrees, which is going to keep us in that nice optimal range. It does come with a thermostatic sandwich plate that opens up at 185 degrees, so that's going to make sure that the oil is allowed to get up to operating temperatures. Now, the install itself is pretty simple. We just need to remove the bumper, oil filter, and then install the spacer, sandwich plate, route the lines, install the oil cooler itself, and then add in about a quart of oil, get everything reinstalled, and that's basically it. If you guys are doing this, I'm gonna assume you guys already know how to remove your front bumper. It's pretty simple, just some 10mm bolts up top with some pop clips. You need to remove your side markers as well as some pop clips in the wheel well area, and then the pop clips underneath, and then we'll be able to pull the bumper off. With the bumper off, we can remove the oil filter. Now you'll notice that I actually removed my intake as well. It's not necessary, I just did this so I have a little bit more room and you guys get a better visual. The kit does come with a new genuine Subaru oil filter as well, so keep that in mind. Now we can install the Perrin spacer. Make sure you take a little bit of oil and lubricate the gasket there before you install it. And make sure that gasket side is down. Then we can install the sandwich plate on top. Same thing, a little bit of oil on that rubber seal, and that side needs to be down. Then we can take the threaded adapter here and hand tighten it. We don't need to tighten this down just yet. We want to make sure we're able to move this around just so we can get the orientation of the hoses right. With those installed, we can route the oil lines. You want the 45-degree angle fittings up to the sandwich plate here. We're gonna go above the crash beam and above the windshield washer reservoir, but underneath the filler neck. Now we can thread the fittings onto the sandwich plate, keeping in mind that the right outermost one here, when you're looking at the front of the engine, is going to be the longer hose, and the shorter hose is going to go on the left innermost one. We do want to keep these a little loose so that we can still move them around, and then once we have everything in place, we can go ahead, come back and tighten these down. With the lines routed, you can go ahead and take your oil cooler, get the mounting brackets installed using the flathead bolts, and then remove the yellow caps on the oil cooler. We're gonna take some oil, put them inside the threads here on each hole, as well as on the threads of the AN fittings to make sure there's a good seal. Once you've done that, we can go ahead and thread those into the oil cooler. Remember, the short line is gonna be on the right side here, and the longer one is going to be on the left. With those fittings snug down, we can take the two long bolts and mount the oil cooler to the splash shield. You're gonna use the two existing holes that are already there. There's probably going to be a pop clip in them. Go ahead and remove that, and then you can insert bolt. Once the oil cooler is mounted, we can tidy up the lines using the supplied zip ties. You're actually going to drill a hole in this plastic diverter here, and I did a crisscross zip tie with two of them here to hold that into place, just to keep it away from the crash beam here. You want to prevent it from rubbing against anything sharp that could cut through the lines. zip tie here, here, and then also one up here that's holding it to the window washer reservoir. With the oil cooler mounted and the line secure, we can go ahead and tighten down the AN fittings, preferably using an AN fitting wrench so you don't damage them. Then you can torque this down to 25 foot-pounds and install your oil filter. Now all that's left to do is to prime your oil system. What you need to do is before you start your car, press down on your gas pedal, 100% throttle, try and start the car. It shouldn't start, but it should turn over. Let it do that for about 5 seconds and then wait 10 seconds, do it one more time, and then actually start the car and let it run for about 10 seconds. Go and inspect the lines, make sure nothing is leaking. If not, then you can add the 1 quart of oil in at that time. Start the car again, let it run for 5 minutes, come back, check the lines, check your oil level. If everything's good, you can reinstall your bumper and you are set. If you guys want to pick one of these up for yourself, I will leave a link down in the description. If you guys have any questions or product suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.